This is a very special video for me because I'm going to share with you my personal story on how I went through a miscarriage. Hello friends and welcome to Rameliving. For those who doesn't know me yet, my name is Pia and I'm a wellness coach who teaches strategies to level up your wellness and well-being in mind, body and spirit. But today's video, I'm going to talk mostly about a personal story that I went through 6 months ago about a miscarriage. And why I want to share this story with you? Well, because I feel that it's my responsibility just to share all of the tools that I found just to cope with this very complicated events at the moment. So I hope that if you or one family or friend is passing through a similar story, maybe a video like this is gonna comfort you somehow, somewhere. And just to not be just rumbling around all of the information, because there's a lot of things that I want to share with you, I'm gonna divide the video in 5 things. The first one is, what is a miscarriage? Well, as simple as the loss of a pregnancy is a miscarriage. 1 out of 3 pregnancies ends up in a miscarriage.
What?
And the reasons of miscarriage are just multiple, and even if I hate to say it, it just cannot be prevented. It is the body's way of stopping a pregnancy that has no chance of success. Point number 2, what is a partial molar pregnancy? And that is the condition that I developed in my body while I was pregnant. And this is just due to a genetic accident that usually happens when 2 sperms enter to 1 egg instead of just 1 sperm. And the situation that happens with the pregnancies that are molar is that besides making a not viable pregnancy, once you terminate the pregnancy in your body, the body has an alteration in their hormonal system. And this can make your body be in more risk of develop cancer inside your uterus. So after you terminate the pregnancy, it's really important to maintain control in your hormones. But I'm going to tell you more about it in my story, which brings me into point number 3. Okay friends, I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as possible. I got pregnant around in September of 2020 and I am living in the States with my husband who is an American and I'm from Costa Rica. And here in the United States you can see the doctor to see how is your pregnancy when you reach 12 weeks, that is 3 months. So I went to see the doctor at that moment because of course I was going with all of these beautiful illusions with my husband, and all of a sudden we went out of the hospital just saying,
okay, in 5 days you're gonna have surgery to terminate your pregnancy.
So I was just laying down just thinking, I'm about to terminate my pregnancy and now she's talking to me about cancer. This is just too much to handle. All of a sudden it was time. I went, I got the surgery, I went out and I wasn't feeling painful or anything. 1 week later I was already doing exercise, which was pretty cool, and that was basically it. Now the most important part was coming after this event, which this brings me to the 4th topic, that is all the things that helped me a lot. And the first one is connecting with other women who passed through similar stories. I just started reading all of them, I started just seeing the videos, and somehow I started feeling just connected with them and supported by them. So thank you for each one of you that have shared your story, and that helped me quite a lot. The second thing was being really mindful with the things I was searching for. Because you know this, my dear friends, in the internet you can find so many things, and if you start looking for statistics or numbers, it can scare the shit out of you. Third one, see the situation as it is, with no emotion. And I know that this one can be a little bit tough on you, but this is something that I apply in life in general. Just take away the emotions. I know that we as human beings, we are driven by emotion, but we have to be really careful because sometimes it blinds us from what is that situation exactly. And I was talking with my husband with all of that, and he is a really intelligent, emotional man, thank God. And he told me, yeah, sweetie, we lost a pregnancy. We didn't lost a baby. And it is true. When you think about it, you lost a pregnancy. You lost a illusion of having a baby. But you never had a baby and you lost it. So it is less heavy knowing that you lost a pregnancy, that you can have another one, than just thinking that you lost a person, a little being. It's just too hard. The fourth one is just share your feelings, share what you are passing through. This comes a little bit with the first one, that is just search for stories. I feel that it's important to share them. I remember some of my friends, they were telling me, that's why you shouldn't say that you're pregnant until you're completely certain that everything is okay. And I respect that point of view. But like I said before, for me, we have to stick together, women and families, and just not create this topic like a taboo topic, but just share it with other people because it's pretty common, it's pretty hard, and I think that we need to get better in our support system. So hopefully, like this video that I'm sharing is gonna support you too. Fifth thing that helped me a lot was to focus in the positive things in your life. Because we as human beings, we tend so much to just focus in the tragic and in the story of something really heavy. And it's a bad habit, because when you put all of your focus there, it is gonna grow and it's gonna diminish all of the really good things that is also happening in your life. So I remember that at that time I started like even making a list, and I was like, okay, I have a husband, I have my brother here, I have good food, I have a support system that loves me, I have a beautiful dog that I can pet anytime, and the list goes on, right? And I was just like really connected, mindfully connected with that list every single day. And all of a sudden, when you start focusing in gratefulness, the love just starts flourishing. And the fifth point of the video is taking back the control. And for me, this is completely key, because you cannot just stay in the role of the victim, right? You need to get control of yourself, your life, your health. And the first thing I did was the practice of affirmations. So every day I took just a space to connect with myself, connect with my breathing, and just repeat and repeat some affirmation. Things like, my diagnosis was the starting point to build a better life. I am in the process of healing my body for good. I am mentally well and stable. I fall in love with who I am each day. And when I did it, I tried to be as mindful as possible, just creating that space of awareness and just connecting with that vibration that I wanted to feel. The second thing that I did to take control of my health was to visit a professional, a health professional. And as a holistic coach that I am, I wanted to have just a different approach, that it wasn't just the conventional medicine. So I went and visited a naturopath. That actually is the first time that I visited one, and the experience was super incredibly empowering. And well, it was pretty overwhelming at the beginning because of all of the blood tests and all of the things that I needed to correct. But at the same time, it was a starting point. Now I knew where I was standing and where I wanted to go and how to go there. So it was a great opportunity. So I totally recommend you to visit one, because it's such a great opportunity and experience. And the third thing that I did to take control was to start journaling. This helped me a lot just to have a record of what was going on with my health, what was my weight at the moment, my cravings, if I was taking or not the supplement, how was my levels of energy, all of the exams of the hormones that the doctor was asking for me every 2 weeks. I wrote down also the days that I was doing exercise, which type of exercise I was doing. So it helped me a lot to just look back and say, oh my God, I'm just really taking control of my life, of my health. So it's really cool to just have records of yourself, because you forget, like, what you ate just yesterday for lunch. You have to think about it. Imagine 3 days ago, how you felt it 3 days ago. So I totally recommend you to start journaling. And last but not least, the fourth thing that I did to take control was to have a new hobby. And that helped me a lot just to focus on something new. And because I love outdoors and I love physical activities, I bought myself a snowboard and a seasonal ticket, and I just learned to snowboard, which was extremely painful for my ego too, but it was so much fun, and it just helped me just to focus on something new instead of just in what was happening with all of my alterations and the risk of cancer and losing a pregnancy, and it was just too much. So just the fact that I was focusing in a new learning, something new, it was something really cool to do. So I totally encourage you to just learn something new. And to finalize the video, I just want to tell you an update on how I am today, 6 months after. And well, just to tell you that I reached balance. My hormones are completely in balance. My body doesn't think that I am pregnant anymore, which is a great deal because I am no longer in risk of developing cancer. And I feel just so grateful for that. The body, it's amazing on how good it can heal. So I'm just so grateful with my body for giving me that opportunity of giving me health again. And right now we are just waiting a little bit more just to have passed some months just to be in balance before we try it again. And of course, sometimes I get a little bit scary when I think of trying again, just because it's kind of like a painful process to have. But you know what, guys, life is like that. You have to risk. If you want to love big, you have to risk big. So I just working on my faith and just working on knowing that life is always working for you and in your favor, and it's always giving you what you need. So hopefully I'm gonna tell you eventually that I'm having a viable pregnancy. And yeah, please share this video to any person that you think that it will feel benefit from it. Please write me a DM on Instagram if you have any doubts about my whole process. Okay? And well, guys, just to invite you to check my website, rameliving.com, because I am sharing so much tools on coaching and lifestyle and just holistic living. So go and check it out. Love and light today and always. Take care, guys. Bye.